scrappy friends, welcome to my channel. Today I am making a traveler's notebook mixed media spread for you. So I hope that you enjoy this little process that I am doing. Right now I am taking some gelatos to this mixed media insert. This is from the Scrapping Wonders Etsy shop that I am a part of the design team for. And Beth just has a lot of really cool inserts that are really good priced and they're really great quality. I love this mixed media one. It has nice thick mixed media paper, and where it has warped quite a bit as far as like mixed media paper does, but it really has held up to lots of different things, and I have not had a page that has bled through at all. And that says something because I use quite a bit of media. Maybe not as much as some other people, but. So I was inspired by, a while ago, I had made some Project Life cards that I did with a whole bunch of my scraps. But one of the cards that I made was actually inspired by, I want to say it was over at Gossamer Blue, but I'm not positive about that. There was this card that had gelatos and then some X's. And so that inspired this piece right here. I wanted to make a mixed media piece that had that concept all in mind. So I'm playing with my gelatos, and I really haven't pulled these out that much. I bought these, oh gosh, like 3 years ago, probably, when I first started scrapbooking, a little bit after I started scrapbooking. So maybe 6 months or so after. And this was when gelatos really started getting really popular. And so I just picked some up, and I really like to use them. I will say that there is a lot of what's the word? You really have to play around with them to get the feel of how you want to make them work for you. So I had added, they get activated when you use water. So they look kind of like watercolors, which is really cool because you can get a really concentrated look, or you can get a really like light look depending on how much water. I will say that I was not thrilled with the color that I was getting, or the look I was getting, when I added the water to it. Now, the thing about not adding water to gelatos is you can totally do, but it is gonna kind of rub off because of the fact that it needs something either on top of it to make it so that it doesn't get activated, or if it gets water on it or some kind of liquid, it is going to reactivate. So that is something to think about if you use it and then you don't really add water, because you've seen on the coral colors, I didn't add as much water. I added a little bit of the shimmers spray in Caribbean Sunset on a couple of them, and I kind of like that look, except for it really made it like splotchy, like spray splotchy, but that's okay because I wanted it to have a different look. So here I'm just taking some StazOn, and I decided to use StazOn because I don't want this black going anywhere, and I know that StazOn is just going to stay on because that's what it's for. Now I just have one of those little mini StazOns, and I don't like it. I don't. I would recommend getting just the regular StazOn. I mean, if you're gonna get it. So I need to get one because my little mini one is running out, so I really have to like press on it. And then I just use that stamp from Pink Fresh Studios that I have that has pluses or X's, and it's just really cute. So I also wanted to add some white, and I had some problem with this because I am using a lot of bright colors. Now, probably what I really just need to do is go out and get myself some really great like Liquitex or even, I don't know, does Zena Wakely have any white paint, and is it really white? Because this was my problem. So I started off with the shimmers, Acritonez, because I thought that maybe, even though I know that you can see through it a little bit, which is part of the nice thing about it is that you kind of still see the stuff that's underneath it, so you still get all these different layers. But the thing about the shimmers Acritonez is that it is one, it's not a true white, right? So it looks a little bit more off-white, but then also you can see through it. So my problem was it wasn't white enough for me. So I'm going to leave it and I'm going to move on, and then I'm going to come back to see if I can fix the problem that I'm having. I did add some other white, and I think I already did that on it already. So I just took some white, just other white acrylic paint, just cheapo white acrylic. But like I said, I think I need to invest in getting a really nice, like, Liquitex, like, nice white. And I will say that this is one of the things that makes mixed media stuff is you can get the cheap stuff, definitely. And I definitely say if you're starting off and you're not really sure how much of stuff you're going to use, get some of the cheaper stuff. But the thing is you might not get the concentrated colors that you're looking for when you don't get the great stuff, right? So the great heavy body paints is going to have a much more luscious feel than if you just use the cheap stuff. So here I'm adding some more of that white, and this helps a little bit. But my problem is, like I said with this, is that it's not pure white. It has a tint of like cream to it, which you might not notice if it wasn't against this. This mixed media paper is white. So I kind of had a problem with that, and it kind of bugged me. I did use some of that Lava Flow shimmers pasties with that screen, and that turned out really cool with having some big. So I have some big pluses and some small pluses, and I'm just gonna add this neon pink, and I added a little bit of the sunset shimmer so that it would be a little bit more closer to that coral color. And I really like how this turned out. So this is, and I'm going to add just a smidge bit more of the white because, like I said, I'm still trying to get that white. And I don't know why I kept thinking that if I added more that it was going to make it actually white. Like I said, I think I need to just go out and get like a titanium white. I think that'll probably be something that I know I'll use because I use white quite a bit. I mean, I'm almost done. So now I'm adding some of this Acritonez teal, or it's a jade, but it's that in that same family as what I already have down. And I just splotted it, and I really like this technique. I've done this quite a bit of times. It looks really cool, and you just let it sit. And the Acritonez dries pretty quick, so I mean I did leave it for a while. But so now I'm working on the next part. And at first I thought that I might actually add a photo, but then I decided, you know, this background is so cool. It needs to not have a photo. It just needs to have a quote or something. So surprisingly, I am doing another spread that has no photo on it, and I really like it. So I kind of went around on Pinterest and just looked for some stuff, and I don't know. So in the song, I don't know if you guys, this is going to show my age, and it's going to make me feel really like young and not young all at the same time, right? Okay, so I grew up in the 80s/90s, and in the 90s, NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and stuff were all really popular, and they're not Backstreet Boys. NSYNC had a song that is a remake of it's called "This Friday Night," and I Just Got Paid, right? I think it's the song "Money," right? I don't know. Anyway, it's a remake of an old song. But anyway, so they did a remake of it, and that song came to my mind, which is why I did this quote, which actually has nothing to do with the song, but it made me think of it. So I don't know if you guys have this, where you guys are doing something and it just makes you think of something else. So it says it's Friday, time to go out, time to make stories. To go make stories. I can't even read. Yeah. Okay, it says it's Friday, time to go make stories for Monday. So, but I almost put down the lyrics for "It's Friday Night and I Just Got Paid," except for this has nothing to do with money. And I thought it would be fun to make it more about memory keeping instead of money, right? But I will just say that that song definitely influenced this in the fact of like what I was thinking. I should have put that song on while I was making that. That would have been really fun, but I didn't. I don't know why. You can find any single song nowadays. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I put down that camera from Dear Lizzie. I just cut it out. It's from one of her cut aparts from Lovely Day. And it had all the colors that I was using, so why not, right? And then the Oasis line has a ton of weekend stuff, and that says TGIF, so I put that on there. Though seeing it now there, I kind of wish that maybe I would have stuck it up at the top to kind of separate it a little bit from the Monday, and maybe I should have put the for Monday like on the same page. I don't know. I just wanted it to be separate, if that makes sense. I don't know. So, and this is the one thing about mixed media is it doesn't have to be what anybody else, like if it's not as readable, that's okay. I don't really care. And that's the thing that I will say, you just have to, whenever you're doing mixed media kind of fun stuff like this, let go of any expectations of what other people are going to say, and you just do what feels good, because this is really just about playing. It's about in some ways it's about learning techniques and using your product, because I got to use some pieces that I had in my stash. I had those Pink Fresh Studio summary like stickers that so it says create, start somewhere, bursting with joy together, and then there's the happy weekend vibes. And I did end up adding the Dear Lizzie chipboard, and then I used that Maggie Home Say Yes to New Adventures. I thought that was perfect, and the colors worked. So, and I did put that that ribbon's not going to stay there. It was just there to cover up the stuff from the other pages, so you didn't see that. But I really love how this turned out. So go check out Beth's store. You guys, if you use the code below, you can get some a discount in her store. And I hope I will see you guys later, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.